Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Atlanta, where the ballers ball. Folks, we are coming to you live today from the Infinite Energy Arena for a big game. It's our sixth stop of this inaugural season of the Junior Basketball Association. We've got a doubleheader for you folks that's going to surely be entertaining. Starting off the evening, we have the Dallas Ballers taking on the Los Angeles Ballers. Two teams who are coming off of tough losses and are ready to fight today for a W. My name is Alan Bell, aka AB the Hero. I'm here with my main man, Brandon Williams, talking with Fresh. Brandon, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good, man. We're down here in the dirty, not too far from where I'm from, Alabama, really close by, neighboring state. But as you mentioned, you know, Dallas Ballers, Los Angeles Ballers, first game up. This Dallas team is really looking to try to get into the win column. Very close last game, very exciting game in their hometown, Dallas, against Houston. It's going to be tough sledding against them with this LA team who's just coming off a loss themselves. But I can guarantee with the crowd starting to fill in now that it's going to be a really entertaining game for sure, AB.
It's going to be an entertaining game. You have that LA team who is Showtime. Today I wore my Showtime ZO2s because in honor of LA Bron and Showtime, and this LA team is the essence of Showtime. You got young LaMelo Ball who's going to fill up that box score. Niles Malone who's going to fill up that box score. And they came off a very tough loss to a team that they had already beaten in New York. So both of those players and that whole entire team are in this building extremely focused today. And I'm telling you, they got off the bus this morning focused. Warm-ups and everything was focused. Let's check it out. Hello. We are coming to you once again live from Atlanta, Georgia, the Infinite Energy Arena. And folks, the energy in the building is building up. We've got two excellent games for you this evening. Our first game, the Dallas Ballers taking on the Los Angeles Ballers. Two teams who live and die by Showtime. This Dallas team who hasn't got a W yet this season. Coming out here today, some new players, a couple of guys on this team who we haven't seen before, some old faces who are back. They're coming out ready to show us that they can gel on the fly and show us that they have a very high basketball IQ. These new players for this Dallas squad are guys who are very experienced in the game. So while they might not have the chemistry, I'm sure that they'll be able to gel just simply off the IQ that those players have. We have this Los Angeles team who has been playing with the same unit since inception of the Junior Basketball Association. Let's take a moment and let's pause for the national anthem.
Ladies and boys and girls.
Ladies and gentlemen, another amazing performance of the national anthem. As you can see from that sax, it's some soul in Atlanta. And it's going to come all out through these players, folks. We got a good ball game ahead of us. Like I was saying before, we got this Los Angeles team who is looking to put the league back on notice. When this season got started, they were pretty much the favorites. New York pretty much diminished that in a lot of these teams' eyes as they beat this Atlanta team by 20-plus points in their last game. So this Atlanta team is looking to come out today and reclaim their spot at the top of this league.
Absolutely, AB, and I'm really looking to see how this Dallas team responds with, as we see the starters for the Los Angeles Ballers. I'm looking to see how this Dallas team responds tonight after going 0 for 3. But I'm also looking to see how LaMelo Ball does as well. He has not shot too well from the outside in these first few games. But he's done everything else very well, especially on the offensive end. Getting into the lane, free throws have been exceptional in terms of his percentage. But for Dallas, I'm looking for someone else besides Khalil Walker to step up. I'm also looking for Nate Morris to really establish himself really early in this game. I like the way that Carlin McSpadden kind of steadied the tempo for this team, as well as Trey Peterson. So the chemistry has gotten a lot better, but I want to see them put it all together and see if they can possibly come out with a victory tonight.
Definitely. That is it. And speaking with the coach prior to the game, that's what he's looking forward to. They've been taking strides in every game getting a little bit better. They've had some pieces move around, and so the chemistry has been the one thing that has really stopped them from getting that first W. Tonight, they look to put it all together. This starting lineup, this is their third game together in this starting lineup, so they have some cohesiveness with this unit here. What we'll wait to see is what happens when they start putting players in off the bench, and if they can keep that chemistry throughout the full game. As you can see right now for this Los Angeles Ballers team, Greg Floyd is not starting this game. Last game versus New York, he went out of the game with an injury. He will be playing today. They really want to give him a slow start, let him warm up, and really test him out. So expect to see Greg Floyd, but not at the beginning of this game.
Yeah, he's going to be a huge piece. I mean, in the last game prior to him going down, he had 33 rebounds. He was an absolute monster on the boards, AB, and they're going to need that presence with guys like Nate Morris for this Dallas team.
Yes, he was definitely missed in that last game versus New York where they were down by 40 boards. Let's get the tip-off. Great tip-off. Looked like Nate Morris won that tip-off. Carlin McSpadden, Dallas, a guy who really took over the point guard position for them in their last game.
Yeah, he really steadied them very well. Oh,
Khalil Walker coming out the gate looking to put somebody on the poster, folks.
But that's how. What else you gonna do? I mean, that's how you have to start the game. Set the tempo.
Set the tempo. If you in Atlanta, you might as well lean and rock with it.
Or A-Town stomp on them.
Or A-Town stomp. Folks, I expect this game to be extremely crunk, especially the next game. Beautiful pass, Carlin McSpadden to Nate Morris. That was a facilitator. Those are the type of plays that Carlin McSpadden made last game, just being a facilitator, getting other folks involved that this Dallas team was missing in a few of their other games.
I almost thought that ball was coming straight to me, AB. I almost went into game mode.
If it come over here, you know I'm shooting it. Some tough defense right there on LaMelo Ball from Cameron Massey.
But that's one thing that Cam Massey can do. He plays a very lockdown defense. Now, this is what I want to see. I want to see if this Dallas team can sprint back on defense so they don't give up any easy buckets for this LA team.
LA team starting a little slow. One of the key players for this LA team is obviously LaMelo Ball, a guy who from the outside has struggled so far this season. But once he gets a couple of those to go, it's lights out, folks. That is the one progression of LaMelo's game that I've continually gave praise to. The outside shot has not been dropping for the majority of this season, but his ability to attack the basket, draw contact, and knock down free throws is second to none. Last game, he had 23 free throw attempts and knocked down 20 of them. That's elite.
It is elite, and I mentioned that earlier as we talked about in the pregame. You know, that's something that that's been very huge for his game, because as we see him take this three here, ooh,
in and out,
and that's how it's been the entire season so far. Just can't seem to knock those down, but like you said, as soon as he does that, we're going to see his game go to an extremely higher level because of that threat from the outside that we all know that he's capable of.
Some good ball movement right now from this Dallas team. Khalil Walker able to grab another possession with that board.
Strong move there.
Strong move. We know Khalil Walker is a strong dude. Eat that corn from Nebraska.
Nebraska, not Nebraska, but Nebraska. Gotcha.
Hey, so y'all know how we like to do to get these games started, man. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We love to get shout outs.
What other city that could we have broadcasted from where saying rep your city would be fitting?
Rep your city, rep your city.
the birthplace of crunk music.
And trap music. Atlanta is one of those cities that, I know I got a lot of cities that we've touched in.
LaMelo Ball, the turnover, just some tight pressure defense from Cam Massey picking up full court right there. 94 feet. That's one of his biggest assets. We have LeVar Ball tuning in, not really liking how this LA team is playing so far.
Looks like he stepped out of bounds there.
It's good pressure defense there by LaMelo. Just got that right foot out of bounds.
When I talked to Coach Doyle Balazar before the game about that tough loss that LA took to New York, and I asked him, were they going to make any adjustments going into this game? He said the only adjustment that they need to make is mental. Felt like the focus for this LA team going into that game wasn't where it needed to be. Felt like they overlooked New York because they had beat them previously. And he wants to see how his team responds and if they're going to come into this game with another level of focus this evening. And hopefully walk out of here breaking that losing streak that they're on with one loss.
Well, starting off 7-0 is definitely a good way to start, especially since they've been down on a lot of their games. But it's not just going to be about how they start. It's going to be how can this team close and finish.
So we got Arkansas in the building, Houston, Texas in the building. Some folks coming in from Fortnite.
Dallas, Texas in the building. Shout out, D-Town. You know, I've never played Fortnite. Armour, North Carolina, and by way of Queens.
I've never played Fortnite either, but no, I have played it. I didn't understand it.
Paris, we got some international viewers in.
You know the Big Baller brand is international, baby. Nate Morris with the bucket. I feel like the best times that I've seen this Dallas offense is when they had Nate Morris going down low. They look like a new squad when he's dominating in the paint.
Well, he is definitely a presence, you know, being 6'10", former Ole Miss Rebel, someone that they're going to have to establish and really look at as he's trying to set this high ball screen there on the wing. It's a good look.
It's Trey Peterson, a guy who can elevate above that rim like no other.
His head can basically touch the rim, maybe. I've seen him in person.
He's a guy who, at some point, will attempt to put somebody on a poster this evening.
I want to see some posters. I do want to see some posters this evening, actually.
Oh, hard fall. LaMelo Ball there going up for the board. Had one hand on it. Came down, but he hopped right back up, showing that ball body is in full effect. Oh, yes, that's a hard fall, folks.
And that's the same thing that actually happened to him in Lithuania when he hurt his back. So let's see how he is for the rest of this game. Hopefully it's not any issues.
Taylor Kirkham.
Ooh, cash money already. NBA three-point line deep. Taylor Kirkham. Taylor Oxnard, California, AB.
Taylor Kirkham getting the start in place of Greg Floyd today.
Well, the thing I like about Taylor Kirkham's game is just how intelligent he is. You know, he can shoot it from deep, as we just saw, but he is extremely intelligent, very crafty with the basketball.
What I like about Taylor Kirkham's game is he's saucy with the basketball.
He is saucy.
He got some sauce in it. He get in here and he start to cook in that kitchen like no other. Beautiful pass by Nas Malone.
Get that shot out of here, says Nate Morris.
Nate Morris letting Ezekiel Crawford know this is grown man business. If you know where the grown man business is from, let me know in the comments section.
We see some arm movements here by Niles Malone and Carlin McSpadden going back and forth.
Oh, definitely, folks. This is going to be a physical game. This Dallas team really needs a W very bad. Carlin McSpadden, Omaha, Nebraska's finest.
You see how he's clapping his hands. Carlin McSpadden, he's one of those guys that, you know, he really loves to get into the game, really loves to go back and forth with the opposing player that's guarding him.
Big Demba Timbo with the putback. Talked to Demba Timbo after the tough loss against New York, and he really mentioned to me that he really wants to be a bigger part of this team's offense.
And one. Khalil Walker, another Omaha, Nebraska native. And we've mentioned in the past with Khalil Walker as well as Carlin McSpadden, high school teammates, and how the chemistry that they bring could elevate this Dallas team. And we're seeing game by game how they're starting to get better collectively as a team.
Definitely. Those two won a Nebraska state championship as teammates. Two guys who then continued their careers playing junior college basketball in Kansas before joining the Junior Basketball Association.
Greg Floyd is now in the game, checking in for Zeke Crawford.
Taylor Kirkham for three. Off the back iron there, big Demba Timbo with the board. Nice touch pass to Kirkham. Oh, they got a double team right now, Melo. Melo able to drive in the lane, but unable to finish. Cameron Massey.
Nice pass there by Cam Massey. And one of the things that was frustrating for this Dallas coach and some of the players, you know, they were a little upset of how Cam Massey wasn't moving the ball as much as he really needed to. And that was a point of emphasis starting this game. And you can hear Coach Ray Johnson constantly employing his team to move the basketball in this half court. Ray Johnson from San Diego, California Hall of Fame coach.
30, 40 years of experience coaching this great game of basketball. Cameron Massey driving, left-handed floater, unable to get it, but gets his own board. A foul called on Dallas, Trey Peterson there. Trey Peterson from Dallas, Texas. That was a very tough loss this Dallas team took in Houston, losing by 3 points. It was a game versus a tough Houston team who a lot of folks feel like was one of the top 2 teams in this league. So for Dallas, a team who hadn't got a victory yet, to stick in that game and make it as close as they did, really showed some light at the end of the tunnel for this Dallas team. If it was not for the crafty hands of Curtis Hollis in that game, this Dallas team would have at least a 1 in that win column.
We have 2 players, one returning player, Nyan Wick, a.k.a. Taco. And you guys may hear us say, ah, wah, wah, quite a few times as he's in. He is a very entertaining young man, very pleasant personality as well. Has a great story. We'll get some more of that later on. Nice move by our new player, Kurtavious Boucham.
Kurtavious Boucham comes straight in the game, showing that he got a little sauce on it. Kurtavious Boucham out here with the mismatched shoe look going, showing that he got a little swag and a little dab on him as well.
Well, you're in ATL, you know what I'm saying? You got to
dab on them.
Got to.
Look at my dab. If one of these players don't hit us with a solid dab tonight, I'm going to be upset.
Well, being that
disappointed.
we're in the Dirty, my man, our man, B. Jones, Brian Jones, DJ, also extraordinary producer. He might mess around and play some of that old school crunk music, and I told him just try to hold off on it because I don't want to knock this table over AB. I really don't.
I get too excited. He played that Nuggets buck, started throwing elbows. I was saying earlier, Atlanta is one of those places that is like a home away from home, and actually more than some other places, because I've actually been to Atlanta, and I love the city.
So unlike New York, where you've never really been to, that you consider that your
home away from home. It's places I grew up listening to and appreciate.
Mississippi is in the house. Shout out to the SIP.
ATL. If you in Atlanta right now, you're not at the Infinite Energy Arena, folks, you catching the L. Get in the building. We got
nice
two amazing games for you.
Left hand tip in.
LaMelo Ball has definitely been dominant around the rim in the games that he's played. His ability to get a rebound and put the ball back in the hoop has been pretty much the outside of the free throw line, most of where his points have been coming from.
Now you're starting to notice that this LA team is starting to increase the tempo even more, especially with these made baskets. It allows them to get into their full court press a lot sooner with this trap that they like to do. So let's see how this Dallas team combats this. We have new players in the game, as we mentioned. Malik Morgan from Oregon. Didn't mean to rhyme there, but it's a good job breaking the press.
Carla McSpadden, 3.
He has been very big for them these past couple games.
Yes, he's definitely came on.
Nice drive there by LaMelo Ball.
Beautiful left-handed finish.
You know, I've mentioned, his usage of both hands, him being ambidextrous the way that he is. Been very, very critical for him to be able to go both ways. You can't shade him one direction, because if you try to play him to the left, he's going to do exactly what he's just done in this past possession. I think I just saw someone from Auburn. Please tell me that's not Auburn, Alabama.
McSplashin'. Somebody doing your job coming up with these nicknames. Carla McSplashin'. I like that. Who said that? Let me give you a shout out.
Shout out. I might have to steal that from you. Thank you. Carla McSplashin'.
Carla McSplashin'. Khalil Walker is a guy who they want to see get it going. He had a 39-point night a couple nights ago. One of the things that I expect to see from this LA team, especially when they have these new players for Dallas, is to pick up the pace, because the chemistry and these new players haven't seen this press from LA yet. Khalil Walker unable to draw iron there. Melo on the break, kicking up to Greg Floyd, who can shoot it from back there.
That's 2.
That was a 2.
Just on the line.
Folks, as we've talked about many times, we're playing under NBA regulation rules. So you have the NBA regulation 3-point line, 24-second shot clock, 12-minute quarters, 48-minute entire regulation game. Folks, this is an opportunity for these players to showcase talent, be able to progress, and show that they can play on the next level. One of the beautiful things about the Junior Basketball Association is these players are here as professional players, but guys who are looking to get to the NBA, looking to get to those high overseas leagues.
Somebody's wide open. Y'all been trying to dribble, bro. Extra passes. Pass your teammate. Let's work as a team, bro. We got to move the ball.
Let's go to, hey, I want to go to 2 up now. 2 up. We got you guys up. 2 up. We're coming off that. You guys are in the corner.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey, defense Defense on 3. 1, 2, 3. Defense.
All right, so as you see, we have the Dallas Ballers leading 21-17 over the Los Angeles Ballers. The tail of the tape right now is Dallas, a team who is looking to really find their chemistry, has found it right now. The starting lineup with Carlin McSplashing, as we call him now, really facilitating the offense and running the point, has proven to be one that is working for them.
Well, I have to give a shout out real quick. I just saw somebody, forgive me, I don't have the name right here, but I saw somebody from Mobile, Alabama, my hometown, Mob Town in the building, as Khalil Walker gets an easy bucket underneath the basket.
Niles Malone, the guy who can do it on all levels. Now we're starting to see that press from Los Angeles be effective. But Khalil Walker, with a press of his own, is able to turn defense into offense. Pace is starting to pick up on both ends here, which is, if you're not prepared for this, could be a trap for this Dallas team. That's the level of pace that this Los Angeles team wants to play at. Dallas with a couple new players, we don't know where their conditioning is. And like we said, we're playing 48 minutes, folks. So if you just transferred in from a JUCO or NCAA school, you're not used to those extra minutes.
Well, it's not just that as well. It's also, if you're from high school with the 32-minute, and then the 94-foot court compared to an 85-foot court for high school players, this is what this league was for. It's supposed to prepare you for that next level, the professional level, as we see LaMelo Ball sinking both of these free throws.
Excellent shooter from the free throw line.
Oh,
whoa. Whoa. Butchum.
Cartavius Butchum.
Cartavius Butchum just pulled the chicken all the way out the oven, folks, early in this game. Hey, we ain't even ready for dinner yet, and he already got the chicken out the oven.
He's letting y'all know where he's coming from.
Cartavius from Dallas, Texas. LaMelo Ball getting a bucket of his own with some saucy moves underneath the rim.
Taco with the three in the corner, just missing.
Taylor Kirkham with a very quick three, unable to knock that down. Butchum with some. That is the thing that you have to be wary of with this Los Angeles team. You don't have time to celebrate a basket.
And I mentioned this before, this LA team does not care if you score. They're not worried about your buckets or stopping you so much on the defensive end, because they already know that they are prepared, the style they play, to go 100 miles an hour on the offensive end, as we see Niles Malone getting the foul on that play.
Fouls off number 0. Lincoln Morgan with foul is his first game. At the line for Los Angeles.
Also saw Montgomery, Alabama. We call that the Gump Town. Shout out to the Gump.
The Gump. Niles Malone, Oakland's finest.
Oaktown, only 5'9", maybe generous. But that even makes the story even better of how dominant he's been so far early in this league.
He's a guy who is the essence of beast mode. When he gets downhill attacking that basket, there's not anybody who is quick enough to stay in front of him, but there's also not many folks strong enough to stop him from scoring as well.
LaMelo Ball with the steal here. Greg Floyd pushing it. Nice extra pass there. Taylor Kirkham just can't get it.
Got Butchum, a guy who's been a scorer for this Dallas team right now.
I like how they just slowed it down just a little bit. You know, get into this half court, run a quick set, as we only have 4 seconds left, though. Nice extra pass there. Just misses it, but that's the thing that Cam Massey needs to do more, and his teammate and his coaches have been imploring him to do as well.
Miles Malone still in attack mode. This is just like you said earlier. This LA team, you miss a shot, they're on a break. If you make a shot, they're on a break. You have to get back on defense, and you have to be very disciplined not to give up these type of fouls.
There's no rest for the opposing team when you play this LA team. There's no getting to your half-court set because the tempo is designed to speed everything up.
Yep.
I'm sorry, AB. Alabama is deep in the building right now. Someone from Huntsville just tuned in. Shout out to the Ville, Huntsville in the house.
Bama. LaMelo Ball playing some strong defense out
He
here.
can play
Looking
free
like
safety if he ever decided to play football. That's
exactly what I was about to say.
Slammer, jammer. Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh.
Ball.
LaMelo Ball.
Cock it back to hammer. Lean with it. Rock with it.
I almost rocked out my seat on that one, AB.
Oh. Wick gets his own rebound and puts it back.
Taco with the...
Oh, heads up play. We have to see that replay. LaMelo Ball.
I saw him going up for it as we look right now at the screen.
All right, here we go right here. LaMelo Ball telling him, knuck if you buck.
Oh, my gosh. Rep your city, young man. Chino Hill's finest. That's got to be on Sports Center.
Hey, can we get a Sports Center top 10? Somebody tag Sports Center right now, please. Let them know. Man, so in this first half, we've got a pretty tight game. Dallas leading in this into the first quarter. Dallas leading 31-28 over these Los Angeles Ballers. Folks, this is a game that we build as one featuring two teams who both really, really need to get a W right now. Right now, we've got Los Angeles continuing to dominate from the free throw line. 12 free throw attempts, making 9 of them, shooting 75% from the line right now. That is a big part of their offense. As you see, still struggling from the outside, shooting 1 for 9 from the outside. But as long as they can continue to drive to that basket and get free throws when the clock is stopped, they've got a chance.
But the outside is also another part of their offense, and they're 1 for 9. If they're not hitting threes, then that's going to struggle. They're going to struggle for the duration of this game. As we see, LaMelo Ball, 10 points, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Huge all-around game so far with that dynamic putback slam. I thought the first game was the biggest one. That might be even better than the first game, maybe.
I tell you, he has an eye for rebounding.
He does.
One of the things that talk about his big brother Lonzo Ball was one of his gifts that everybody says, his uncanny ability to grab boards. And you see that with LaMelo Ball here and his ability to get putbacks and flushes that get the building up out of their seats.
Absolutely.
But let's look at this Dallas team. Khalil Walker leading them right now with 9 points of his own, 3 boards and 2 assists. Right behind him, Carlin McSpadden, 2 guys who we talked about went to the same high school, and so their chemistry is going to be on another level compared to a lot of these other players. But 2 guys who are showing up big for this Dallas team. Greg Floyd showing he's got some handles with that size 6'10". Taylor Kirkham looking to heat up from the outside. Got some volleyball being played down there.
A foul on LaMelo Ball. That's been an issue for him the past couple of games with him fouling out 2 straight games. So we'll see if he's able to remain in the game for the entire game.
In the game for Dallas, number 5, Khalil Walker.
Got Khalil Walker checking back in. A guy who can be instant offense for this Dallas team.
Big Nate Morris.
Beautiful pass from Malik Morgan to Nate Morris. 2-handed flush. Hawaii team would be dope. I would love to travel and watch the Hawaii team play in Hawaii. Somebody set it up. LaMelo from outside.
LaMelo not happy with himself after missing that one. They're looking a little bit closer in terms of the shots, and I love this ball movement from this Dallas team tonight.
Yes. Beautiful ball movement. They were a team early on who dribbled and pounded the ball a lot. And you have a point guard come down, dribble, 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 and try to find his own shot. Niles Malone stripped. Very tough defense from Cameron Massey.
Oh.
Trey Peterson unable to finish through contact, but does draw a foul. Will be heading to the free throw line.
Bellefontaine, Ohio, let's get it. Someone asked, do they have an Atlanta team? Well, why, yes, we're in Atlanta right now, and the Atlanta Ballers are undefeated. You'll see them next after this game.
Atlanta team will be taking on the Houston Ballers right after this game at 7:30. So, folks, tune in. We have a double header for you this evening. This is the first game of 2. Tune in. Stay with us. Folks, let us know right now in the comments, is this your first time watching Junior Basketball Association? And if this is not, let us know the last game you watched. Trey Peterson misses the rim there. Taylor Kirkham pushing it, kicks it, Niles Malone, drives past Carlin McSpadden. But Khalil Walker says this is grown man business here in Atlanta, Georgia.
I don't think Coach Johnson liked that shot that Trey Peterson took, and it's possible he might be coming out right here.
See some of these new Dallas players getting a little winded early here. That's something to look for as this game continues on and Los Angeles looks to push the pace faster and faster.
Nice pass there from Taylor Kirkham, but Nate Morris is not having any of that.
Big block from Nate Morris. Khalil Walker.
Oh, almost with the strong man and one finish there.
All right, so with 9 minutes and 45 seconds left in this second quarter, we have the Dallas Ballers leading 35, Los Angeles Ballers 30. Folks, this is a game that's probably going to go down to the wire.
Kevin Welker says the overtime game has been his favorite.
With Kizo in Houston, Kizo Brown versus Curtis Hollis, that was an amazing game.
It was.
And the city of Chicago was even extra amazing.
They turned up.
They turned up.
But not just them. I mean, Dallas turned up for real as well.
For them, Chicago was turned up. You could merch it.
They wasn't caught lacking.
Yes. City of Chicago definitely did not get caught lacking. And they were in the building.
Greg Floyd.
Showing
money.
That was one of the things that he was billed as, of being an athletic guy who can light it up from the outside. Taylor Kirkham. Melo.
Oh, there we go. LaMelo Ball. First three in quite some time. The way he's been shooting tonight, I have a feeling that won't be the last one.
Yes, definitely. He's been just off.
Just there. Yep. Oh, Cam Massey, the bank is open. Two-point shot there.
Melo looking for another shot attempt here.
Oh,
Niles Malone with the fancy dribbling.
Represent Oaktown.
Showing that unstoppableness that we've seen from him. As the first 2 games, he dropped 40 points back-to-back.
Nice block there by Greg Floyd.
Nate Morris with some solid open court defense right there, showing that he can swivel them the hips.
I'm going to tell you what I just like right there from Cam Massey. You know, so very,
Cameron Massey is developed.
I have to
give him
point
some
out
praise.
two things. First of all, very subtle. For those of y'all who may be basketball coaches, basketball players, when he got that rebound, he did what's called chinning the basketball. And then he goes there, makes the extra pass, gets the assist there.
And then showing up on Cam Massey.
with
Go
the
ahead.
trade. Have yourself a couple possessions there, Cam Massey.
Cameron Massey from Duncanville, Texas. That's the progression that I've been talking about. You're going to see these players continue to get better and better and better as the season goes on. And Cam Massey is a guy who is facilitating this offense right now in a way that he hasn't done in any other game, and he looks great doing it.
JT Turner says he's tuning in from Florida, watching his little cousin, Cam Massey. Well, you tuned in at the perfect time because he has been having a great game so far.
Where at in Florida you at now? 850 stand up. All right, we got 7 minutes and 36 seconds left in this half.
You had someone from Chicago just said on phone them, or I think he said I'm from Chicago, on phone them, I can merch it. So
there it is. Merch it. What you gonna merch it on? Dallas leading 43, Los Angeles 37. I want to see this Los Angeles team pick the pace up.
Well, they have been, and we have a technical foul here.
Number 4, Cameron Massey. His third game. At the free throw line for Los Angeles, number 1, LaMelo Ball.
Apparently, the referees did not like something that Cam Massey may have said in reference to that last possession. LaMelo Ball here to shoot the technical foul. And again, as we've talked about it before, AB, as Cam Massey again shown here with the technical foul. Not really probably the smartest move right there, especially with them having the momentum. But LaMelo has been exceptional again from the free throw line.
That's Cam Massey, 3 fouls so far in this game. That's something to look for because he's playing some great basketball right now. They did not want to have him in the foul trouble as he subbed out. Miles Malone steps right out of bounds. Tough defense by Khalil Walker.
Well, shout out Donna Massey right here with the nephew, the aunt of Cam Massey, as we saw that Niles Malone steps out of bounds.
You're the aunt of Cam Massey. Tell us a little something about Cam Massey. Introduce him to the world right now in the comment section.
Give us a little bit, Miss Donna, if you don't mind.
Tell us what you love about Cam.
Oh, Cam. Is that my first time singing?
That's your first time singing, man. Welcome to the club.
Welcome to Atlanta.
I've been
throwing elbows like all weekend. You know?
Yeah, you definitely got off the plane.
I did. Well, that's the thing. I mean, Welcome to Atlanta from Ludacris, that was like, back in the day. So I was throwing bows and all that, you know.
That was my favorite song for a long time. Welcome to Atlanta. Welcome to Atlanta. Khalil Walker at the free throw line right now, looking to extend this Dallas Ballers lead. Unable to as he misses that second one. Los Angeles ball.
And the ball still has not bounced my way. I'm a little disappointed. It just bounced to the scorer's table, but normally we're sitting down that direction, but they moved us this on this side for this game, and I probably could have had a chance to shoot one from here, AB.
There's too many cameras.
Oh, Melo Ball skying up for the rebound, just misses the putback. We have a Dayton, Ohio shout out here. So they produce the best hoopers in the nation. Please let us know who those players are so we can either agree or disagree on that.
Somebody said the announcers are better than, and then it switched up on me. I couldn't even get your compliment. I appreciate it, though. wah. Ah, wah, wah. Whole lot of ah, wah, wah.
Oh, Taco. Welcome
Above
back.
the rim, beautiful. That chemistry is starting to come together right now for this Dallas team. LaMelo Ball able to draw another foul.
We got to see that replay again, and let me give y'all the backstory on Taco and what this Awawa is and what we say is we see that beautiful alley-oop flush there. He's a kid from the South Sudan, actually a nephew of Luau Deng. And what he said was when he came to America, his accent, you know, he really couldn't speak English that well, and people couldn't pronounce his name. So they would make fun of him. And to combat that, he just started saying ah wah wah, and that was kind of his way of making it a negative into a positive. So you know, he became very popular. He's a very engaging young man, as I mentioned earlier.
Whole lot of charisma.
Whole lot of charisma. And the ah wah wah is going to for sure be an international saying very, very soon.
By the time he's done, ah wah wah. And he's off the court. The man's got a lot of drip.
Oh, for sure.
Super swag.
Take a look at those media day photos and you can agree or disagree whether he was the most sauciest one, swagged out in the building. As we just see the Euro step.
Dallas team looking to extend this lead. Some good pressure defense right now, turning it into buckets. Yellow Ball, eyes up, looking to find somebody. Malik Morgan, the kickball there.
We call that a good foot.
Get on the good foot.
Tuning in from Fort Collins, Colorado. Shout out to Fort Collins, Colorado.
Welcome to Atlanta as a classic. You're 100% right. Greg Floyd. Got Butchum, a guy who we've seen be saucy. Stripped by Taylor Kirkham.
Ooh. Khalil Walker does not agree with that foul, and I might have to agree with him as well. Let me look at that replay, possibly, to see if there was any contact there. I thought that was a clean strip there.
It looked like he tipped the ball out, but the momentum from LaMelo went through him a little bit. Have to be careful right now from Khalil Walker, a guy who may be in some foul trouble. This is at least the last two times down the court. Fouls called on him.
Well, that's the good thing in the... See what's going on here.
Got a foul called on Malik Morgan from Portland, Oregon.
Apparently there was some tugging of the shirt from Malik Morgan. Referee's trying to clear some things up here.
Malik Morgan, a crafty defender, guy coming to us from playing college ball at Western Oregon.
All right, so we're going to get a one-shot technical, or one-shot foul here on Malik Morgan for a dead ball foul before the ball has been inbounded. So Niles Malone, as you see him standing to the line. This has been something that we've seen quite often early on this season with these dead ball fouls. Something you cannot do, and you're easily going to get hit with this one-shot technical foul here, or one-shot foul, rather. Starting to become a little chippy as well, AB.
Like I'm saying, Malik Morgan, Defensive Player of the Year at his college in Western Oregon. So he's a guy who, on the defensive end for this Dallas team, they're hoping he's going to be a key piece locking things down.
When you look at his body and you see how stocky he is, there's another one of these guys that we say, man, if he decides to ever play football, that might be a position, it might be a sport that he can excel in just from his frame alone.
Steps out of bounds there. Folks, stay with us during the halftime. We've got some player interviews coming for you. We'll be talking to Khalil Walker from the Dallas Ballers and Greg Floyd from the Los Angeles Ballers. Let us know, what questions do you want us to ask them at halftime? Carla McSpadden kicking up to Trey Peterson. Kicking out to Dion Week. Khalil Walker with nice move to get to the basket, but unable to finish, but does draw contact.
Dallas Ballers leading 48-47 with 4 minutes and 45 seconds left in the first half. Lead starting to dwindle just a little bit, AB.
1 point game. Khalil Walker looking to extend this lead to a 2-point lead. If he can knock down this next free throw.
Got the 7-5-7 in the building. 2 up, 2 down. VA. Syracuse, New York in the building. Shout out the Bronx.
Khalil knocks down the second free throw. LaMelo Ball, let's see him pull it up here. Decides to drive.
Now, one thing I've noticed about the way that LaMelo drives, he is very crafty and very shifty in how and very cerebral in how he goes about driving. A lot of hesitation that he does to get his defender kind of off balance there. So that having that ability to do that at 16 years old speaks volumes of how advanced he is in his game.
Definitely has a great ability to change pace. Slow it down, speed it up really fast, and use that to blow by his defender. Carla McSpadden bringing it up, kicking it around. Trey Peterson.
Good hands again by LaMelo Ball. He had 3 steals in the first quarter. He might mess around and get a triple-double, might even quadruple-double, depending on how he does in the other categories.
Good defense from Carla McSpadden there.
Oh,
Niles Malone
at the
free ball, beating the buzzer on that shot clock. A strong defensive possession from Dallas right there, but you know what they say, everybody in here is a professional athlete, professional player. Sometimes the offense is greater than the defense. Gonna have Khalil shout out his city, that's all they want. I got you, Omaha, Nebraska.
We might be able to make that happen tonight. Make sure you tune in again. Halftime, we'll be talking with Khalil Walker, as well as Greg Floyd Jr. from the Los Angeles Ballers.
Carla McSpadden dribbling straight through that press.
That's like a coach's nightmare, AB, is to have a player do just what both teams allowed happen, where Carla McSpadden goes right up the middle of the court, basically full court. No one stops him, and LaMelo Ball just does the exact same thing. Zero resistance, it appears, for him to get basically an easy layup.
Those were 2 easy buckets, and as y'all know, one of the things that does not happen often in the Junior Basketball Association is easy buckets. Los Angeles taking the lead now, 53-51 over the Dallas Ballers.
Coach Ray Johnson is not happy right now with these officials.
Scott Morris called with the travel there. Dallas ball. ball with the quick hands. He's been very active on the defensive end. McSpadden finds Malik Morgan in the corner, guarded by LaMelo Ball. Drive, kicks it back out to McSpadden, kicks it back to Malik. Cash. Malik Morgan.
That was good basketball right there.
Portland, Oregon's own Malik Morgan for 3. Melo drives into 2 defenders, but he finds Taylor Kirkham with 3 of his own.
Cash rules everything around me, says Taylor Kirkham.
Taylor Kirkham shooting from deep. Pressure here. Melo might dunk on you now. Decides to slow it down. He's in the... Taylor Kirkham finds Greg Floyd. Greg Floyd able to draw contact.
Some pretty good ball movement there from this LA team.
Greg Floyd with some spice on that ball as he tried to spin it in. Off the glass and off his fingertips around the defender. Going to the line, looking to extend this lead. We have 2 minutes and 11 seconds left in this half. Los Angeles leading 56, Dallas Ballers 54. Big board right there from...
Oh, not sure how that's not a foul there.
Nice pressure right there and dish from Carlin McSpadden.
Ray Johnson asking the same question I had. I'm pretty sure that probably should have been a foul on Greg Floyd, on Nate Morris, but they clearly missed that one.
At the line for Los Angeles, number 3, Dallas Ballers.
You know, it's very possible that we might see Coach Ray Johnson get his first technical, because he is not liking what these officials are doing at all this game. And I can kind of agree. Really on both ends, it's not really been the greatest. Missed some calls. I mean, they've been doing a pretty decent job overall, but definitely a lot of missed calls in terms of foul calls. But, you know, that happens every game. But I'm kind of speaking from a coach's standpoint right now, too. I have to calm down sometimes. Philly is checking in. Shout out to Spring Gamble. Tony Snow, Yaktown. You know where Yaktown is?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Let us know where Yaktown is, just so we can properly give it its just due.
I want to say, is it Michigan? Nate Morris is playing transition defense on Melo as he drives up the court. I can answer one of your questions. I believe the players have tried Waffle House since they've been here.
Is this Waffle House any different from the other Waffle Houses?
Cameron Massey with the board. Pressure.
Oh.
Malik Morgan, a solid finish there. Tie ball game here of 1 minute left to go in this half. Assist totals. Dallas
Taylor
the edge,
Kirkham.
13-11.
The nice finish there.
Taylor Kirkham, I told you he's saucy. Can finish around the rim with a ton of jelly. The beautiful thing about his jelly is it has no preservatives, folks. All natural.
Is it organic?
Organic jelly. from the Oxnard, California farms. Oh. That was a tricky defensive play right there where Greg Floyd thought he was going to contest it, but he didn't, and just threw him off a little bit. Malik Morgan right now inbounding for the Dallas Ballers. Throws it out to Carlin McSpadden. Carlin McSpadden showing he's got the handles as well as the ability to facilitate and run this offense. Trey Peterson with a nice pull-up. 16 seconds left in this half. LaMelo Ball bringing it up the court. Checks the shot clock. Checks it again, showing us he's got the handles. Cameron Massey, some pretty tight defense here. Kicks it around to Taylor Kirkham, who pulls up from way outside, off the front of the rim, folks, and that is the first half. Dallas Ballers leading 50, Los Angeles Ballers leading 64, Dallas Ballers 58. All right, so here we go. Statistics for this first half. Los Angeles still dominating from the free throw line. 75% as a team. It's a very high percentage there. Still would like to get it going a little bit more from three, shooting only 18%. This Dallas Ballers team has been very surprising, though. The chemistry is beautiful. Let's kick it over here to the interview. We have Khalil Walker.
All right, we're here with Dallas Ballers, Khalil Walker. Khalil, it's been very chippy there in the first half. Talk about the physicality between you two, the Dallas Ballers and LA so far in this first half.
Me and my guys, we talked about going out there and just fighting, playing bully ball all game long. You know, we just really want to get more calls our way, you know, but we just got to fight through the calls and not worry about the refs.
You guys were up early in the first half. Now you're down 6 right now, or 2 right now. How do you guys get back in this game to try to come out with the win in the second half?
We just got to keep fighting together and only go up from here. We can get better when we're down and just play together. So we just got to do our thing and not worry about everybody else.
Lastly, you're getting a lot of love in the comments from people from Omaha, Nebraska. They would love if you can give them a shout out right now, if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah, man. Shout out to the 402, man. I love y'all, man. I'm putting on.
Good luck in the second half.
Appreciate it.
Now we're going to take a look at some highlights from Khalil Walker in the first half. All right, folks, that was a wonderful first half of basketball. We have the Los Angeles Ballers leading 62-60 over the Dallas Ballers. A game that we told you, these are two teams who really need a W, and they came out and they played like that in the first half. Absolutely. We saw there was a lot of physicality going on, and I asked Khalil about that, and he says, you know, we can't really worry about the rest, but they want to definitely make sure they play some bully ball, really try to be physical with this LA team, but I like the way that LA came back. They were down, wasn't really sure how their energy was to start the game off, but you saw they came back in the second quarter. Now they're leading 62-60. We'll see what happens in the second half.
Yes, definitely. I feel like this LA team is got to come out in the second half, continue to speed it up, push the pace, and see if they can take this Dallas team out into the deep waters if they want to win this game. For Dallas, they got to keep building on the chemistry. A lot of new guys who showed up and got some pretty decent buckets, from Butcham to Malik Morgan, some critical pieces who are playing some great basketball right now. This is a great first half. Let's check out these first half highlights, folks, and we'll be back.
All right, we are here with Los Angeles Ballers, Greg Floyd. Greg, you guys were able to come back in that first half. Now, how do you maintain this lead to get the W here in the second half?
Just rebound, get back on D.
Now, you hurt your ankle last game. How does your ankle feel now?
It's feeling way better.
Good luck in the second half. Now, let's check out the rest of the second half.
Georgia Infinite Energy Arena. Let's check out the leading statistics by these two teams' leading players. LaMelo Ball, 19 points. Khalil Walker, 12 points. Both players leading their teams in scoring. LaMelo Ball, once again, a dynamo from the free throw line, 6 of 7 shooting. Khalil Walker, a guy who's doing it all right now for this Dallas team on the offensive end, a guy who they hope to get going a little bit more. Both of these scorers, guys who can go for 40 at any time. Let's get the second half underway. Looks like we have a foul call right there on Big Demba Timbo. Fourth foul of the game.
Greg Floyd coming in the game in the second half pretty early. Now, talk to him, as you may have seen. Didn't really seem too into the interview, but we're going to see if he can bring some energy to close out this second half as Khalil Walker.
Yes, I don't think they wanted Greg to come in this early. You got Demba Timbo, though, with 4 fouls right now to start off this half, so they had to pull him. Khalil Walker at the free throw line. Khalil putting on for the city. Your shout out that you all wanted, granted.
He's definitely proud, and I think he said 402. I believe that's the area code, Omaha, Nebraska.
Melo finds Taylor Kirkham in the corner.
Step back.
Cameron Massey pushing the break, eyes up. Finds Khalil Walker. Nate Morris almost a beautiful tip in there. Cameron Massey looking to get the offense started, slowing it down.
Looks like we have a shot clock reset that needs to take place. Let's get some shout outs here while we have the stoppage in play. We have Philly in the building, Wisconsin, Mark Takau. Did I say that correctly?
Scott Air Force Base.
Victorville in here, 760.
Colorado. Nate Morris gets his own rebound. Melo Ball pushing it up. Some more tight defense from Cameron Massey.
Well, we noted how Demba Timbo is now on the bench right now, and you see how Nate Morris is pretty much able to have his way on the offensive glass there. That's going to be tough for this LA team to combat if they cannot get defensive rebounds. That is a staple in this style of play that they play in. Put up shots, but also get rebounds as well.
It's one of the things that Demba Timbo talked with me about after the last game, as his role is to deflect the ball and then also be heavy on the rebound, on the boards. So he just talked about how it's hard for him to deflect the shot and then grab the same rebound. That's a part of his game that he's looking to build on as this season continues. Nate Morris taking the mid-range jumper, misses it, but Cameron Massey with the board is able to draw a foul there. As Dallas has the lead right now in this third quarter, 10 minutes and 7 seconds left.
We have AG Jumpman tuning in from San Diego. Says that with a lot of passion.
Diego,
Not
that's
a
how
fan
you
of your
supposed to say
airport.
it.
I say that every time now. Ever since I've been through the airport, AB, I have to make it known that I'm not a fan of it.
Cameron Massey, 5.7 rebounds, 2 assists. Sinks the second free throw. Greg Floyd drives. Khalil Walker with some strong help defense.
Well, I talked to Khalil at the break, and one thing that he mentioned, I noted how physical that it was starting to get there in the first half, and he said, well, that was basically something that we wanted, that's the style we want to play. We want to play a little bully ball at times, but they can't be focused on whether they're going to get foul calls or what the officials are going to do, because they want to make sure that they bring the physicality from start to finish. Pittsburgh in the house.
Greg Floyd misses the second free throw. Have Los Angeles back in that signature press defense, making it hard for these Dallas ballers. Like Carla McSpadden had Nate Morris there for a second, unable to find him. Khalil Walker still in attack mode, driving to the basket, drawing contact and the foul. Mississippi in the building by way of OKC, Pittsburgh.
The SIP.
It's safe to say, folks, that we got people tuning in from all over this country and all over the world.
Global.
Global, international.
Not local, we global. Remember that.
We taking over. I wish I had that note right there. It wasn't there. One city at a time. Tuning in from Canada. Trey Peterson misses at the front of the rim. Carla McSpadden from outside, rims out. Greg Floyd with the board, kicks it up to Melo, kicks it up to Niles Malone. Khalil Walker. Greg Floyd finds Melo, who attacks. Unable to finish with the left hand. Dallas looking to get out on the break. Carla McSpadden trapped. Cameron Massey slowing it down.
Looks like he may have gotten fouled on that shot. Nate Morris very frustrated right now.
That was Nate Morris's moment right there. It had him one-on-one with Taylor Kirkham and had a jump hook that he would probably make 9 out of 10 times.
Well, again, the reason why he reacted the way he reacted was, and I saw it live, I felt as though he may have got some contact on that hook shot, but it did not get called. But he got called for the defensive foul trying to get that rebound.
Got these players on the floor right now showing you that when you put dogs on the court and you throw that ball out there, they're going to scrap for it.
I got to shout out Chesterfield, Virginia. I lived in Chesterfield for a few years in my life. Crenshaw Elementary School. Shout out Crenshaw Alberta F. Smith Elementary School. It's been a while since I've seen someone say anything about Chesterfield, Virginia. A lot of Pittsburgh people in the house.
It's folks from everywhere, man. Folks, if you feel like you can get buckets in the JVA, make sure next season you in tune and you at those tryouts. We want to see you get buckets. We want to feature the best young talent across the world.
17 through 19. If you're 25, not for you.
If you're 25 and your name is Kawhi Leonard, we might find a spot for you.
Maybe.
Speaking of, we got this LA team out here. Some big things have been happening in the Los Angeles area as of late. Folks, let us in the comments know how you feel about LA Bron.
L.A. Bron.
If you like LA Bron, go ahead and throw that LA in there. If you're not a fan of the LA Bron,
why don't you use an emoji? Use an emoji to describe how you feel about L.A. Bron, whether you like it or you don't like it.
We'll call him LeBronzo.
I've heard that before.
Yeah, I feel like I made that up. Maybe not.
I'd love to give you the credit for it. Unfortunately, I have heard that from someone else. But, I mean, your creativity is still there.
Cam Massey
almost put that in.
Taylor Kirkham continues to shoot. He's a guy who is a scorer, a shooter like that. Carlin McSpadden unable to finish that bucket there in transition.
And it's gotten really sloppy here with a lot of easy layups being missed, putbacks being missed all the way around.
Got 7 minutes and 58 seconds left in this third quarter. Dallas Ballers leading 66 over the Los Angeles Ballers. Folks, we've a pretty tight ball game right now. Both of these teams looking for a W. Dallas, their first win of the season. Los Angeles looking to bounce back after a tough loss to a New York team in New York. Khalil Walker letting Niles Malone know this is grown man business.
There you go, Trey Peterson with the nice left-handed finish.
Beautiful finish right there. A lot of seasoning and sauce with that jelly. Trey Peterson is one of those guys who has the jelly and he has the jam. Melo Ball taking it out. Cameron Massey continuing to play some pretty tight defense. Cameron Massey pushing the break right now. Finds Malik Morgan, who pulls up from three. Unable to hit it. Niles Malone with the board, kicking out to Melo. Oh, flies right there. LaMelo pulled out the jam for 2 seconds, switched it for the jelly, and then just decided to go with the butter.
You know, I'm getting closer and closer to this ball coming my
Check this
side.
out again. Watch him cock that thing back. Unable to finish, and a no call on that one.
Before carrying the massive foul is 13. After watch Los Angeles number 1 Paul.
We got the rock of G. Walker checking in. And Carlin McSplashing.
Carlin McSplashing.
2 nicknames that we got from the comments. So, folks, keep coming with the nicknames.
Makes my job a little easier.
And
I'm seeing some positive emojis here, AB, from this LA Braun.
See some crying emojis, too.
That's a laughing emoji.
I don't know. It's up for interpretation. Another foul called on Khalil Walker, trying to get his steal from the hands of LaMelo Ball.
Number 5, Khalil Walker. That's his 5th foul.
That's his 5th foul for the game.
Is that Khalil Walker?
Khalil Walker. 6 minutes and 42 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Khalil Walker with 5 fouls. What do you do right now, folks? Do you pull him out, and how long do you keep him out? Let us know right now.
Yeah, he's going to have to sit for quite some time. Let's see if we can get a...
Khalil thinks he has 3, but he definitely has more than 3.
Seems as though there was a miscommunication apparently early on with how many actual fouls Khalil Walker had. He doesn't seem to be happy. Obviously, it's a good reason if there was a miscommunication.
Yeah, Wick. Some good ball handling. Great dish. Ah, wah, wah. From behind the arc.
Ah, wah, wah. Melo Ball misses the layup there.
Like he hesitated in the air for 2 seconds.
Well, I think he was preparing for some possible contact. Well, you asked the question, AB, and it looks like Khalil Walker is staying in the game. 5 fouls and all. Not sure if they realized that 6 minutes and 4 seconds in the 3rd quarter, not the 4th quarter, but he is very important to this team. Won't be surprised to see him check out here very, very soon.
This is a game that's interesting because LA wants to play much faster than the pace right now is. They have been unable to really dictate the pace of this Dallas team, who has continued to be able to slow it down and get into their offense.
Ooh, Newski. Look at Lil
Yachty is in the building right now.
Red hair and all.
Lil Yachty in the building. How Lil Yachty sneak in here and we didn't notice?
I don't know. I guess when you have that type of status, you kind of have other doors and other places you can get in that maybe we just don't know about.
Got magic
We
powers.
haven't made it there yet, AB.
Yes. Lil Yachty is in the building, folks. Sitting courtside.
Who says the JBA can't bring the stars out? A little birdie says that it's possible that Mr. Huncho Jack might be in the building in some part as well.
Whoa.
I'm not saying this is confirmed,
Don't tell him that.
but it's very possible.
All right, we got Carlin McSpadden kicking it to Neon Wick.
Taco. Ah, wow. Representing Dallas, Texas.
He's been very solid on this offensive end this evening. Niles Malone dribbling too fancy. He's doing what I call
Ah, wow. Nice pass there from
putting raisins in the
Morgan.
potato salad. When you do too much, you're putting raisins in the potato salad, and that's what we've seen on this last end from this Los Angeles Ballers.
Oh,
LaMelo
saucy.
Ball. Saucy. He's in the kitchen cabinet right now, bringing the sauces out, getting ready for a meal right now. We want to see LaMelo put it on the chef's hat. Carlin McSpadden with a beautiful headzo, freezing Greg Floyd in the air. We got a star-studded event right now. We got LeVar in the building, Jello, Zoe, Melo on the court, Lil Yachty sitting courtside. Folks, we might be at a
We haven't
basketball
even got to the Atlanta game yet, where you already know they're going to come and support
Oh, 100%.
their hometown team.
The Atlanta Ballers have not even touched the building yet, folks. And it's already lit in here. Because you know it's going to be litty again, it's litty again. Carlin McSpadden looking to extend the lead for these Dallas Ballers. 11 points, 2 rebounds. Mission accomplished. Niles Malone going to kick up the offense for Los Angeles right now. Unable to finish. Butcham, fancy dribbling behind the back.
Nice no look there.
Finds Malik Morgan. Steps out of bounds.
Yeah, if someone says these announcers lit,
It's litty again, it's litty again.
they must not know. This is every game.
It's every game, man. This must be your first time.
It's the party. Welcome into the party.
Folks, go ahead and, who do you think need to come in here and join Lil Yachty as he sits courtside?
Yeah, let us know.
Go ahead and tag your favorite Atlanta celebrity. Tell them to get in the building. Malik Morgan, the lay-in.
Getting really physical down in that last possession. Melo Ball not too happy about that. Probably thought he was fouled there. Coach Doyle Balthazar with the timeout there. Full timeout. Dallas now leading 81-73. 3 minutes and 46 seconds left in the third quarter. Guys, Dallas is trying to get their first W of the season, AB.
Definitely. Dallas is able to pull off this W today versus this Los Angeles team. It's going to be an upset. That's safe to call that an upset, right?
Of course.
That would be a bigger upset than in the movie ATL. You ever watch the movie ATL?
I've seen some of it. I'm sorry. I can't
There's a
say I've seen all of
scene.
it. It will be back.
What do you mean you're not gonna keep running the point?
Go get it. Go get it. Nah, go get Nas. Go sub in. You gotta keep getting back. Keep playing. All right? Here we go. Hey, keep getting back on defense. Keep reading, guys. Keep playing hard. Hey, keep going after it. Let's go. Keep going after it, guys. LA on 3. 1, 2, 3.
See Coach Doyle Balazar telling them, keep going after it. Keep up the intensity. Keep getting back on defense. All things that are mental things, right? Not so much X's and O's. That's going to come. What he wants to see them do is pick it up. The intensity, the mental aspects of this game, the intangibles, to avoid this upset.
Nice block there by Nate Morris. Shake that rim. Big Nate Morris.
Big Nate Morris with a two-handed flush.
We have Brandon Phillips checking into the game for the LA Ballers, as well as Scott Harris is also in.
Taylor Kirkham pulling up from outside.
The Dallas coaching staff is imploring their team to run the offense right now. We have a set play coming here.
Good ball movement right now from Dallas. Shot clock. Malik Morgan heads up play, actually shooting that. The shot clock was winding down.
Nice left-handed layup there by LaMelo Ball.
Melo making it look pretty easy.
Well, we both mention this quite often. Doing pretty much everything else very well. Just that outside shot still has not dropped consistently so far. Nice ball movement by this Dallas Ballers team, AB. You saw it started with Cam Massey with that bounce pass there. Malik Morgan kicks it out, then the extra pass by Carlin McSpadden. Back to Cam Massey, who started it all off, drains the three.
Definitely, and we've continue to see a different Cam Massey all evening long. It's a couple of times where he brought it down, slowed it down, let the Dallas Ballers offense start to take place, let him run the set, some passing around, and he's found his shot. He's a guy who's still a big part of this offense, but now is getting it in rhythm with the offense, and I'm loving what I'm seeing right now from Cam Massey.
Well, like I said, I mean, the last game, he was getting a lot of flack from his teammates, you know, his coaches as well. They felt that, you know, some of the quick shots that he was making, the one-on-one dribbling and ball handling and whatever he was doing was hindering their offense and some of their play. And he got subbed out quite a few times in that game. Now we're seeing an entirely different way of him playing, and that speaks to the growth of him, the maturity of him as well. And now you're seeing the difference in how this Dallas team is playing right now.
Wick unable to hit. Greg Floyd on the break. Looking to get his own shot right now.
I'm definitely not a fan of that one. Now, I've said it before, AB. This LA team is a little bit different where you can judge their shot selection because they want to put up shots quick. But that was different. If they throw the ball down the court and shoot up a shot quick, whether they make it or miss it, I don't mind it because that's the way they want to play. However, he took about 20 dribbles there and then just shot the ball. That's really not what Coach Balthazar is looking for, as we see Cam Massey just knife right through the lane for the easy bucket.
This Dallas team right now is looking for an upset victory here. 1 minute, 13 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Dallas leading 90-75 over the Los Angeles Ballers.
Yeah, someone tuned in from Luxembourg. I believe that's Germany, correct? Brazilian love. Shout out to LaMelo Ball.
What I'm saying is, this is what I was saying earlier. If you ever watched the movie ATL, these Los Angeles Ballers are looking just as upset as Rashad did when he found out Nunu wasn't from right around the corner of Cascades.
Now, I do remember that part.
When he found out she wasn't from the hood, he was pretty upset. That's the level of upset right now this LA team would be if they can't pull this one out.
Well, it's definitely not looking promising. They've fallen pretty flat in this third quarter. I don't see any energy like they did in that second quarter when they made that nice comeback. Now it's very lifeless on this LA team, and the style of play that they play with is supposed to be filled with energy, up-tempo, as we see LaMelo Ball drawing the foul there. But if they can't piece that together, there's no way they're going to get back in this game. See the big baller right there, center court, front row, imploring this LA team to pick it up.
LaMelo Ball, if they can't really get it going on that offensive end, what he needs to do is continue to stay in attack mode because he's been able to draw contact. He's got Khalil Walker, one of this Dallas team's best offensive players on the bench right now, from fouling him all night. If he can continue to put the pressure on, even if they're not getting buckets right now, he could thin out this Dallas lineup. And when they start to pick up the pace, may have a different level of effect. Cam Massey almost pulled that up. Coaches waved him off, pulled it back down. 12 seconds to go, 4 seconds on the shot clock. Taylor Kirkham. Nice little reverse lay-in. Over here on the sideline. Over here on the sideline of this Dallas bench, they have a new assistant coach filling in for today's game. Corey Benjamin played 4 years in the NBA, 7 years overseas. Looking to impart some wisdom and some knowledge on these young ballers. As we close out the third quarter, we have the Dallas Ballers leading 92, Los Angeles Ballers 80.
Definitely got the old school Steve Harvey collection to him.
Definitely. I feel like both coaches shopped at the Steve Harvey shop before they came in here today. But they look good, though.
Yes.
Some of the best-looking coaches in basketball.
All right, we can't talk about the best-looking coaches without putting shout out to my man Eddie Denard from Chicago.
100%. Eddie Denard is always out here showing them ankles.
12 minutes and we got a victory. I need you to be tuned into this game. You have 5 fouls, all right? I'm going to put the pressure on you. Stay in this basketball game. I don't need you to guard Romello, though. So somebody else got to step up and guard Romello, okay? I got him. Come on. We're good.
All right, so you see there Coach Corey Benjamin getting in Khalil Walker's head right there, challenging him to stay in this ball game. All right, and folks, stick around. This is only the first game of tonight's doubleheader. After this, we have the Houston Ballers taking on the Atlanta Ballers at 7:30 p.m. Folks, that next game is going to be a good one. Atlanta, a team who is undefeated right now in this inaugural season of the Junior Basketball Association. And Houston, a team with only 1 loss, a very tough loss in a very raucous city of Chicago, where Keezo Brown put on for the city, put Chicago on his back in order to beat those Houston Ballers. This next game, folks, is going to be one that you want to tune into. It's going to be a whole lot of leaning and rocking and snapping and popping in that game for sure. All right, so we see here, this is a game where quarter by quarter, there's been lead changes, as you can see. It's a close game. Los Angeles Ballers looking for one more big lead change in order to get back into this game. Dallas looking to stop that.
See Corey Benjamin employing this team to slow it down. No need to rush. They're up right now. He wants to see if they can run some offense, get an easier shot here.
Carlin McSpadden pulling up from 3 off of the screen. LaMelo Ball getting the offense going for this Los Angeles Baller squad, who is in definite need of some points. There it is. That's what I was saying. LaMelo just got to continue to be in attack mode. Attack. Even if he's not getting the buckets, getting to that free throw line where he's a sharpshooter, wearing down this lead while the clock is not running. Over in the corner, we've got little Yachty taking pictures with Zoe and Jello. Star-studded event. The only way to do it, the big baller way, that way.
That way.
We in Atlanta, folks. Folks, let us know. Our viewers are going up a little bit here. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We want to shout you out. Carlin McSpadden still in attack mode. Omaha, Nebraska's finest. LaMelo.
Behind the back pass.
LaMelo out here in the kitchen cooking with the sauce. Got that paprika with that cayenne pepper.
A little spicy.
Trey Peterson slowing it down, letting that ball simmer. Attacking, finishing over the big 7'1" Timbo.
Demba has to offer just a little bit more resistance right there. Him being 7'1", that's a little bit too easy for someone as athletic as Trey Peterson.
Melo unable to hit, but gets his own board, kicking it around to Greg Floyd, who drains a three.
95-85, Dallas ill afford to let this LA team back in the game. Nice pass there.
Khalil Walker with a strong finish. Starting to see some bows being thrown down there. Malik Morgan with a beautiful pass to Carlin McSpadden. LaMelo is pulling the chicken out the oven, folks, and it is well done. The perfect amount of seasoning on it. That good lemon pepper sauce. Folks, I love to see when you put that chicken in the oven and you pull it out and you got money in your hands. Right now, 9 minutes and 25 seconds left in this ball game. The Dallas Ballers leading 99, Los Angeles Ballers 87. And as we've seen over and over and over again, folks, it's not over until the 0-0-0s hit that clock. Be prepared for both of these teams to fight until the end. Taylor Kirkham looking to get out in front.
Trey Peterson not having any other.
Trey Peterson lets him know there are no easy buckets in the Junior Basketball Association. Folks, this is grown man business.
Grown man.
Compton, California in the building.
Compton, city of Compton. St. Louis in the house.
Hollywood, Florida in the building. Hampton, Georgia in the building.
Have you ever been to Hollywood, Florida? I've seen that somewhere.
I've been to Hollywood, Florida, not to be confused with Hollywood, California, or Ontario, California, and Ontario, Canada, which I have been a victim of.
Well, don't feel bad. I mean, I never knew that there was an Ontario, California as well.
Omaha, Northeast, North Side to be exact. Dallas Ballers looking to call a timeout here. One of the things that these coaches have been preaching to this team so far is slow it down. You got the lead. No need to get caught up in jacking quick shots. Playing to the pace of this Los Angeles team. That's what we've talked about since the start of this game. Los Angeles wants to draw you out there, get you caught up in running that fast-paced offense, and then drown you out in the water because you can't keep up with them. Dallas has done a great job of slowing it down. LaMelo Ball, 32 points on the evening, 88% from the free throw line. Khalil Walker, 18 points, a guy who had to sit some because he got into foul trouble, and we watched the coach tell him, we need you on the court.
Same thing. Get back on defense, everybody. Okay? Let's get back. Keep the pressure on them, and let's attack the basket. Let's keep attacking the basket. Don't settle for these long threes. Okay? Come on, guys. We still got some energy somewhere. Come on, pick it up. Let's pick it up. Let's get this win. Come on. Come on, who won it? Show some heart. Let's show some heart out there. LA on three. 1, 2, 3. Come on, guys.
All right, we just got a glimpse of that LA huddle, and the energy level from that team right now has to go up about 1,000%.
They're going to need it, AB. They're down 12, 8 minutes and 54 seconds left. And this Dallas team, where they're playing much better. We've been talking about since game one with the chemistry, the lack of chemistry. Every game since then, you've been seeing it go up just a little bit more. And tonight, they're starting to put it all together. And let's see if they can close it out. But this LA team is definitely going to have to come with more energy, more passion if they want to pull this one out tonight.
This LA team has to realize we in Atlanta, home of Crunk Juice. They got to get Crunk in here today. They want to come back right now. It's going to take that. Khalil Walker, aggressive.
Khalil Walker.
Finishing through contact, showing you that.
Nebraska's finest.
Khalil Walker showing you that the weight room works. The protein powder works. The early morning workouts work. And eating a whole lot of corn from Nebraska works. If you just look at the differences in energy levels of the two teams, you can see one of these teams wanted just a little bit more than the other team.
I agree, AB. You can see, like you said, the energy from quarter one all the way until right at this moment has definitely been in the Dallas Ballers' favor.
As they lead right now with 8 minutes and 7 seconds left to go in this ball game. Dallas Ballers 101, Los Angeles Ballers 87. The beautiful thing about this Los Angeles team, though, they have guys who can shoot the lights out. They have instant offense. LaMelo Ball can get hot at any time. Niles Malone hot at any time. Taylor Kirkham has been shooting at a decent clip this evening. He can get it going.
Somebody else from this LA team is going to have to step up if they want to get back in this game. They're down 14, 7 minutes and 50 seconds left in this game. I mean,
offensive foul called on Carlin McSpadden. LaMelo Ball inbounding. Kicks it to Greg Floyd. Taylor Kirkham can shoot it from back there. Denver Timbo
I think he shot that one from Canada, actually.
He definitely shot it from the side logo.
Nice skip there by Nate Morris.
Khalil Walker ejected by Greg Floyd. Greg Floyd able to draw contact. Carlin McSpadden. Los Angeles is going to need these free throws, all of them. Right now, LaMelo is shooting at a very high clip. This whole team is going to have to get very clutch from the free throw line.
Fruitland, New Mexico. I don't think I've heard of that one before.
Kingston, Ontario. That's the first.
For Dallas, number 13, Katarius Buchum. In the game for Dallas, number 11.
All right, we got Greg Floyd, 22 points, 13 rebounds, 1 assist. Travel called on Cam Massey as Los Angeles enacts that press defense that they're known for. They try to make a run here with 7 minutes and 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Buchum driving. Thought he had Wick there, but Niles Malone was in the passing lane. Taylor Kirkham. Greg Floyd decides not to pull up. Newski starting to see this LA team go to work. That was a shot that we wanted to see Taylor Kirkham either get rid of that ball a little bit earlier. He got to take that one. 3-on-1 opportunity. You either got to pass that or find a spot. Greg Floyd with the board. Niles Malone driving to the hoop through contact, draws contact, and will go to the free throw line.
Number 33, Carlon Escada is the fifth of the game. At the line for Los Angeles, number 3, Niles Malone.
Niles Malone cutting into this lead right now. Much needed points for these LA Ballers. Cutting it down to 6. Timeout, Dallas Ballers. 5 minutes and 52 seconds left in this ball game. Dallas Ballers lead 101. Los Angeles Ballers 95. Folks, we mentioned earlier and throughout this game, both of these teams really want a W.
So floppy. They're trying to overplay everything. So if it opens up, you might be able to drive on it. All right, run floppy. Let's go.
You ready? Be ready for the ball.
Yeah, you ready? Let's go.
Hey, finish on 3. 1, 2, 3. Second play, we do Tito.
Look at that rejection right there by Trey Peterson. All right, folks, stick around with us. This is only our first game of the afternoon. Following this game at 7:30, we have the second game of our doubleheader. Houston Ballers taking on the Atlanta Ballers. Hometown Atlanta team looking to put on in front of Lil Yachty. Niles Malone driving, basketball rejected. Cameron Peterson finding Neon Wick.
Nice charge there by LaMelo Ball. I'd like to see that one again. Let's see if he was inside the restricted area or not. Nonetheless, very unselfish play here, tough play here to take this contact. Those are always game-changing plays. They need this right now, being down by 8. 5 minutes and 15 seconds left. Let's see if this sparks this LA team to go on a run here. Oh, as LaMelo Ball, after getting the offensive foul, call for himself, drains the 3, gets the steal.
He's going to pull up here, folks. Decides to pass to Niles Malone. That's hits it, that's a 2. LA team, I told you they can get the offense going quick. We got a 3-point ball game.
You cannot blink, guys. As soon as you think that you're comfortable enough, this LA team has the intensity to come back.
Interesting thing about this LA team is they're just even killed. Greg Floyd looked like he was about to pull the jam all the way out the cupboard and toast and just put jam on everything in the building. Good thing somebody got in the way of that, because I don't want to have to dry clean this suit.
Carlin McSpadden picks up his 6th foul.
That's a tough loss for this Dallas Baller squad. Greg Floyd looking to cut this lead down to 1. If he can sink both of these, knocks down the first. And we have a 1-point ball game. I hope you all didn't leave earlier thinking that LA was just gonna lay this thing down.
And if you did leave, make sure you come back.
If you left earlier, you took an L.
Let somebody else know to come back as well.
Nate Morris getting rewarded for being out and running. Niles Malone attacking. Travel called as he splits 2 Dallas defenders. 4 minutes and 13 seconds left in this 4th quarter.
What's going on, Josh Johnson? Thanks for the shout out.
Trey Peterson. Trey Peterson with a whole can of jelly out here.
Cam Massey being the floor general right now.
I'm loving the improvements that we've seen to Cam Massey's game.
But they're running a set play right here.
Khalil Walker with some saucy dribbling with a beautiful dish. Nate Morris unable to finish, but Khalil tips it back to him. Nate Morris says, you know what? I'm going to throw this one down with 2 hands.
He just wanted to shake the rim right there, AB. That's it.
Nate Morris looking like the lumberjack.
This Dallas team really wants to win this game. Maybe you can tell with the intensity as Trey Peterson gets the and one right here. You know, I've talked about Trey Peterson a lot. You look at him right now and you see a serious look on his face, but in any split second, you'll see a huge Kool-Aid smile come out the same face as well. Very big personality. A lot of personalities on this Dallas team.
Trey Peterson with the double-double. 12 points, 10 rebounds. Taylor Kirkham able to get a rare easy bucket here in the Junior Basketball Association.
Well, he actually had to use his opposite hand there, so it wasn't too easy.
From a player with that much sauce, that was easy.
It's a good call there as a travel. With all the extra passes this Dallas team has been making, there was an opportunity for Trey Peterson to make one more extra pass there. Got the travel turnover here. Nate Morris not having any of what Niles Malone is trying to serve. Gets them out of there in terms of that shot. Turnover on the play as well.
Nate Morris has shown that he's an athletic big man. There's been a few times where he's had to come out on a guard and play some solid defense, as he was able to stay in front of pretty good right there, the very shifty Niles Malone. But earlier through this game, we see Nate Morris being the point person of press, playing 94 feet defense, and did a pretty good job there as well.
Taco from the South Sudan.
Big smile, but
wow.
Cam Massey looking like Sean Taylor playing safety on that one. Got Dallas ball here. Khalil Walker challenged by Coach Corey Benjamin to stay in this ball game and has been able to do that with 5 fouls. That player's diving on the floor right now for these balls. Greg Floyd a little off. A little sloppy basketball. Dallas able to slow it down. Reset things. Trey Peterson with a good drive, unable to finish. Minnesota checking in this game.
Soda.
2 minutes left, and we still got folks checking in. Appreciate the support. Make sure you stick around. This is only the first game of our doubleheader. Atlanta Ballers taking on the Houston Ballers next at 7:30. Highly anticipated matchup.
That's going to be a very entertaining game to watch.
Cameron Massey looking up ahead, got Khalil Walker. Gets his own rebound. Taylor Kirkham putting the sauce on Khalil Walker, but unable to finish. Cameron Massey caught in the trap. Nate Morris finds Khalil Walker and slows it down. Dallas team looking to run out some of this clock with 1 minute and 22 seconds left. Cameron Massey in attack mode.
It's a good solid drive there. Strong drive there by Cam Massey.
Number 24, number 5, that's his 6th foul game.
Demba Timbo fouling out with his 6th foul.
Number 24, Demba Timbo. Hitting it for Timbo, number 0, Scott Harris.
Cameron Massey knocks down the first one to extend this lead. It's Los Angeles Ballers are close as 1 point here in the 4th quarter. This Dallas team has been able to turn it back on and extend their lead. Melo driving to the hoop there. Taco Tuesdays in here, folks.
Wow.
Whole lot of wow. Showing strength.
No regard for human life or this rim in here. Oh my gosh. Look at that.
Look at that. He just turned into the Incredible Hulk, folks.
He has been so instrumental for this Dallas team. We talked about his personality, the energy that he brings. 16 points, 9 rebounds for this team. He's had a great first game back here. Well, it looks like this Dallas team is going to come away with the victory here.
Melo unable to finish. Big board by Scott Harris. That's what I like to see, though. They're down. But I want to see you continue to believe against the odds right now. Show us where your character is.
Someone says, how many times you going to say sauce, AB?
Typically during these games, somebody is counting that for me in the comments section.
Do we have a counter?
We don't have a counter today, but I do have an infinite amount of sauce packets that I bring with me at all places. So the sauce could be dripping all night. It's basically what I'm telling you.
That's right.
All kinds of sauce. Nate Morris.
Nate Morris, former Ole Miss Rebel.
Nate Morris decided to use a little butter right there. He's one of those guys who has the jelly and the jam.
I'm getting close every time. You see that ball was about 3, 4, 5 feet away from me, and I'm telling you, AB, if it comes to me, I'm shooting it. I'm just being honest. You know, I'm a shooter, so when the ball, my instincts are just going to take over. You know, so
I just don't want you to embarrass yourself, man.
Trust me.
You're going to shoot it, hit the rim.
It's not going to be any embarrassment.
This Los Angeles team continues to attack. Melo unable to finish with the left hand there. Folks, stick around after this ball game. We'll have player interviews with Scott Morris, Nate Morris from the Dallas Ballers, and their coach, Ray Johnson. Scott Harris there tried to give us some sauce and a little juice and some magic, unable to finish. But folks, that is the ball game. After 4 quarters, Dallas Ballers have pulled off the upset, 122-110 over the Los Angeles Ballers. This Dallas team is feeling pretty good about themselves. They're a team who's consistently gotten better as they played each game, folks, and it's showing up right now. Got some new pieces to this team, new pieces who showed up and added value to this team, and then also some old reliables. Carlin McSpadden, Nate Morris, Khalil Walker, a brand new Cameron Massey showed up, did what they had to do to get this victory. Leading this Dallas team in points, Nate Morris, 24 points, 50% from the field. Melo, 40-point night, 15 for 17 from the free throw line, 42% from 2-point range. Still struggling a bit from the 3-point line, 23%, 3 from 13. That's something that by the end of this season, LaMelo wants to see that 3-point percentage increase and increase and increase. This Los Angeles team needs that if they... All right, folks, we have an interview with Brandon Williams and the Dallas coach. Let's go.
All right, we are here with winning coach of the Dallas Ballers, Ray Johnson. How does it feel to get that first win, Coach?
It took a long while, but it feels good. It's right before the 4th of July. I'm going to have a good holiday now.
Now, we've noted in the broadcast that every game it seems as though the chemistry has gotten a lot better. Talk about that tonight and how that contributed to getting this first win tonight.
Well, I think we've added a couple players. It's going to take a while. And we're still not where we should be. I think we can get better. So we'll just keep working on that. I think we'll get better every game.
How do you take this first win and continue to build on it for the next one and the rest of the season?
Well, I just think it gives us confidence that we can do it. I mean, we played a couple close games and lost, and now we've won this one. That's a good win for us, so it'll help us.
Congratulations on the win, Coach.
Thank you.
Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the game, from the players. All right, we are back. We're here with big Nate Morris of the Dallas Ballers. Nate, talk about how it feels to get that first win.
Man, it feels great. We went through about 3 tough losses and everything. The team kind of came together, and we made a couple changes in our, I'm not going to say talent, like our team and adjustments. We brought in about 2, 3 new players. Everybody adjusted well and played with good chemistry. Came out with the dub, most needed.
Now, you mentioned the chemistry. That's something that we've noted as well with this team. It seems like from the first game until now, the chemistry's gotten better. Talk about how it was tonight and how that contributed to getting this first win.
It contributed immensely. Like, we wouldn't have did it at all. We wouldn't even been probably about, it probably would have been flipped. We would have been about down 12, down 10. But the chemistry was great. Everybody played good team defense and team offense, shared the ball, got everybody open looks, just played a good game.
Talk about your game specifically and how well you felt that you did and how you contributed to this victory as well.
I felt like I had an all right game. I should have got more rebounds, but they'll be okay. I'll get them next game. I think my offensive game might have helped a little bit this game, but it was just big, and everybody sharing the ball just made it easier. So,
congratulations on the win, Nate.
thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, now let's take a look at some of the stats from the game.